And I think as we try to answer that question, it's interesting because we may go in different directions, and it may be an interesting question if we just sit down and begin to share, because I'm sure the answers will be very diverse, and some people may immediately gravitate to something of monetary, financial value. You may have a beautiful home, you may have a painting that you bought that really is very special and it cost you quite a few thousands of dollars, and that's your most valuable possession, and that's your mindset, that's how you're thinking about that. Some people may go a little more sentimental, emotional, and the most valuable thing you have may not have a monetary value, but it has a very significant emotional value to you. So it may be related to who gave it to you, why was it given to you, and you know how it is. I was sharing in the Mass earlier this morning, my mother, she was always very generous. I remember my dad always used to complain because anybody that would come visit, they always left with something from the house. She would give it away. and my dad would, why did you do that? But that's the way she was. But there are certain things that we don't give away like that. That when it comes to that, we say, oh, wait a minute, I wish I could give you that, but that's just too special for me because of, and then you put in the reason. It was somebody that gave it to you, whatever it may be. So there's that sentimental value, and that may be the most valuable thing that we have. Some people, it may be, as we ponder that question, things that we can't live without. In this technological age, I think we've built into this situation where, we're so dependent on machines, on gadgets, cell phones, tablets, whatever it may be, and you know what happens when you lose a cell phone? You don't stop until you find it. Can you call me so that I can see if it rings somewhere in the room? Because I can't leave until I find the cell phone. I was recently hearing a story of a stolen cell phone and how you can trace a cell phone, and actually you can go back to whoever stole it and you can say, hey, give me the cell phone. And the guy's there like, what is that all about? How did they track me down? Well, people go to lengths of actions to try to get something that they consider valuable, and they want it back because there's information there's kind of like a way of communicating, and without that, some people, they write everything. I know I keep my calendar written. I don't trust just putting everything electronically, because if I lose it, I'm lost. I would have to just sit in my office and wait, who's next, who's coming, because I would be totally lost. So I like something written, but there are people that have everything stored in their cell phone, so it's very needed, and it's something that they cannot see themselves without it. And of course, there will be people that, as I ask, what's the most valuable thing that you have, they may go philosophically. They may say something like life or God. That would be a good answer. But even that answer, even if we have that philosophical, deep answer, I wonder if it really fulfills what Jesus is trying to tell us today. He's saying, human life cannot be based on external things, on possessions. There is a reason why we're here. What is the purpose of my life? He's going that deep. He's going to help us understand that life is not about the externals, because notice how he builds the parable, because Jesus is not talking against capitalism or having a nice harvest. Let's face it, if you have a business, I have never heard of someone that starts a business and says, well, my only aim is to break even. That doesn't exist. People want to be able to live out of that business. So if this man had a great harvest, that was great. That was a wonderful thing. So Jesus wouldn't criticize that. Is that he placed all his value, all that mattered in that thing that he had, and not in something greater. And notice how Jesus makes the connection immediately. This very night, your life will be requested of you. What are you going to do with everything you did? I always say in funerals, I've never seen a